Welcome back to Until We Agree. Swifties, we're glad you're here. And great news for you. This show does not happen every fortnight. It's weekly. Every Tuesday with your hosts, Matt Howard and Tyler Pritchard. Host of the Rat Pack, but not for Ratty Healy.
Howard, luckily. Not Maddie Howard.
So true. Not a good week to be a Maddie. How you doing, man?
I am doing well, man. Listen to the album. We'll give our thoughts later, of course, I think.
Yeah,
right?
stay tuned.
We're going to save that for a little bit. Yeah, front to back, I like everyone else, was expecting a single album. Boom, double album. 2 hours of my day eaten up on Friday. So, yeah.
There's a great argument that there were more songs than we expected, for sure.
Dude, yeah, I would say so. So
yeah.
we'll get to that later for sure. But yeah, I'm just excited to get in this episode, man. We got a lot going on.
Me too. Shout out the Swifties. Stick around. Welcome. Cool. This is first topic of the day. I've been a little stressed out about it for a little bit now. You're going to get into it more because I have no idea what this topic is about to be. This is brand new territory for the show. This is a
podcast first, and Until We Agree first, because usually we have an agenda in front of us that at least says the topics, bullet pointed, just so we know where we're going. This is the first. This says mystery question because I know that Noah, who sent in a clip about it, knows it. Noah knows it before Matt.
Noah know before me. What is the show becoming?
Matt has no idea what's going on. So we are revealing the question for the first time now. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna reveal the question. We're gonna hear what Noah has to say, and then we're gonna give our thoughts.
Yeah.
So does that sound good to you?
Yeah, it sounds good. My biggest concern is not that I don't know the question. It's that I'm so scared that I'm about to agree with Noah because I don't know what he's about to say. And what if he actually makes a good point and I have no argument against it?
And to be honest,
it's a short notice.
I saved it. I know the question. I know the question I asked Noah, but I don't know what Noah said. I haven't listened yet. So I've
perfect.
Sent it to you. And then I think we're gonna pipe that audio in right now. For those of you who are just tuning in, Noah, to the Swifties out there, Noah is a recurring caller.
A recurring clown would be more appropriate.
A bit of a clown.
Yeah.
He's like our Matty Healy. It's like we keep going back to him for some reason, but he's just a constant in our podcast life.
And we did know him in 2014.
We're looking for our Travis Kelce, but we have Noah right now.
We just have Noah right now. All right, let's wait. Yeah, what's the question first?
All right, so the question is, if you could commit any crime,
no,
and for the rest of eternity, the crime you committed no longer happens, what would you do?
There's no way. This question came from a scrapped episode, and I'm terrified to talk about it again.
Yeah, I feel like it should be noted why Matt is on the defensive right now. It's because we had to scrap the episode where we talked about this because, let's just be honest, things got a little dark. We'll leave it at that. Let's hear from Noah.
What's up, fellas? My question is, if you could commit a crime and get away with it, what crime are you committing? See, most people are going to say rob a bank, steal a plane. Tyler says he can land a plane. I don't think he can. That's a topic for a different day. See, I'm thinking outside the box here. I'm still in a cruise ship. That thing's aimed for the ocean. No bridges in my way. No bridge at all. I'm hitting the button. We're going straight out. We're going as far as you can. And when that thing stops, it's not over. I'm having a day on this thing. I'm riding the water slides, driving the golf carts, making a pina colada, swimming in the pool. The hot tub still works. That's great too. And then when I'm done, I'm taking a boat back. Taking a helicopter back, whatever's available on the ship, and then guess what? That sucker's sitting out in the middle of the Atlantic. It's the perfect crime.
Okay, thank you, Noah, for that. That sounds like the answer of a guy who just really wants to go on a cruise but doesn't want to pay for a ticket. Because what kind of crime? Like, that's not a crime that happens so often that we need to worry about it. And you need to stop it. Like, that's insane.
That actually. He just wanted to have fun. That actually is
No, he just wants to go on a cruise. His crime is fun on the Carnival Cruise Lines. There's not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Let's make that so clear. Not sponsored.
No, so
Please talk about your answer, because I have no idea what my answer is going to be for this. So
okay, so I'm going to stick with the answer from the cut episode. I would hijack a plane.
Okay.
And here's why. So we already went over the kind of logistics of me landing a plane a couple episodes ago. I could do it easily.
You can't. Everyone agreed you couldn't, but yeah.
And so that's why if I steal a plane, we never have to worry about that again. All right? And then I get to just land it safely and prove everybody wrong. It's a win-win for me. So that's what I'm saying. There's other answers that we can explore, but that seems like the most obvious to me. Now, I also, real quick before you give your answer, and I'll give you a couple more seconds to fish here and for an answer. I won the poll last week. Night showers prevailed. So I feel like we didn't touch on that for some odd reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
You win the poll, which isn't many times. I think it's only been twice.
I think 3 times.
No,
that's probably not
but every
true.
time you win the poll, you make me jump right into it right off the bat. So
yeah.
I guess I'm on a higher level where it just comes natural to me.
Well,
polls. So
I think really all I've learned from that poll last week is that the Rat Pack lives up to their name. We got the stinkiest audience in the entire podcast game.
No, just give us a crime that you would commit.
Okay.
I got another one.
Yeah.
Locked and loaded.
What's another one?
Piracy. That way the Swifties, they'd be behind me on this.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Swift's albums get pirated every single time.
It's not
they're
cool.
about to drop, like leaked and pirated.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pirate something. I get it early. Cool, good for me. And also, it never happens again. Easy.
Yeah, and
not to be confused with piracy in the 1500s, where people were jumping on ships and stealing and pillaging. Not to be confused with that. I'm talking about digital piracy, where I'm behind a keyboard, haven't seen the sun in days, and am getting something leaked.
You know who would really appreciate no more real piracy would be Noah, it sounds like. Because
Noah,
the only way to ruin a good day...
We're on the same wavelength. I'm no piracy for that, and Noah doesn't want any more piracy on cruise ships.
Yeah,
that was such an issue before.
That would ruin his day, his really just fun day he's going to have on the cruise ship. It's important to note that if you are caught, you are going to jail. That's a big thing, I think, for Noah. I don't think he understands the gravity. He says it's a perfect crime. It's not a perfect crime. It's probably so easy to track down.
A big cruise ship?
Yeah, a big cruise ship. So here's what I would do. I don't know if I should.
I think you should say it.
I would kidnap someone for like a really short amount of time.
Okay, wait a second.
like a crazy short amount of time.
How short are we talking?
Like they may not even notice they were kidnapped. Like it happened so fast.
Well, but what do you think the legal definition of kidnapped is? Like, is there a legal definition of kidnap? Like,
I think just taking someone
a couple minutes
against their will. I feel like a couple minutes would be totally fine. Okay, I'll kidnap someone.
Who?
A child. I'll kidnap a child for like a few. No, not because I want to. Not because I want to. By the way, we have an album review of Taylor Swift's album at the end of this episode.
It's coming up for sure.
Everyone hang on. Stick with us here for
crimes
a second.
To talk about.
Stick with us.
But I respect that answer a little bit because it's not like Noah's like, I'm going to break into an amusement park and ride rides all day and just have a fun time.
Yeah.
That way, like, the 10 people that would commit that crime after him don't get to do it.
Yeah, like Noah's crime is super selfish because it's not benefiting the world.
It's not benefiting anybody but Noah. Like, Noah gets to have a fun time on a cruise ship and be like the captain. But
yeah, think about what about all the people
who hijack a plane and
we have to
kidnap a child.
How are you hijacking the plane, by the way?
How?
Yeah, before you say
maybe
that,
I could do a little 2 birds, 1 stone and kidnap a child on the plane.
Okay, but you only get
that way.
Only 1 crime counts, though. So you just kidnap the kid for no reason.
Only 1 crime counts?
Yeah, you can only get rid of 1 crime.
Do I get to pick after which crime is the one that counts?
Well, you can't pick kidnapping a kid because I already have dibs on that one.
No, that's fine. But like, if I commit multiple crimes in this instance, do I like?
No, you don't.
One's not as bad.
You don't get to pick. I think it would be the most obvious crime would be the one that.
Okay. So I think
when people think hijacking a plane, their first thing is like, wow, the person just hijacked a plane, not that they kidnapped 100 people.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. Because that's I guess what I'm saying. That I guess I'm not saying it like that. Like I would just need to cause some commotion on the plane, in order to get up to the area, the cockpit, even where Bjorn Du Fly usually
Bjorn Du
lives.
Fly type would be there. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'd have to incapacitate him in some way. So I think that's okay though. I would do it for
Gently.
for the greater good of the world though. I think I would have to do that.
Because I think there's a very fine difference between attempted hijacking and hijacking. You're getting rid of hijacking. You have to
get it done, right?
You have to complete the process of a hijacking for it to count as. If not, you're just attempting a hijacking, and that's just like. But on one hand.
But if I were to attempt, then nobody could ever attempt again, right?
Oh, you know what? You're right.
So what if I just knock on the door and say, "Hey, can I please take over this plane?"
Hey guys, you're getting hijacked. Sorry about it.
Sorry about
Honestly,
it.
that's probably the right answer. As far as like hijacking planes go, I think that's the right answer. The reason I think it's not as valiant as me stealing a child is because I think long-term impact, I think I'm saving a lot more lives.
Who are you stealing a child from?
Here's what I would do is I would take a baby for a few minutes. Honestly, I think I could do it without the parents even noticing, and the baby wouldn't like be conscious enough, or, like aware enough of its surroundings to even know it was being kidnapped. I think
trauma.
I think there's literally no downsides to the way I do this crime. Like
now,
if the parent finds out,
so
I would
what's
just
your
explain
plan
to
then?
them.
Yeah, like where are the parents? And where's the baby?
So
is this at a park, or is you breaking into a house to steal the baby?
I'm glad you asked. Here's the perfect way to do it. What is one thing that collectively all people love?
Before you get into this, I really thought that you didn't have this planned out at all, because this was a mystery question.
Swifties, I swear, this is crazy. This is all straight off the dome.
The canned episode where we talked about this, we didn't talk about this. So
this is all new answers.
Whatever Matt has planned here, it either came together really quick or he's been thinking about it. So let's hear it.
No, ride with me for a second here, Swifties.
Okay.
I tried to think of a Swiftie pun. It didn't come to me as fast as I wanted it to. You're riding shotgun. No, sorry. Okay. What is one thing every person loves? This is irrefutable. Everyone loves this. I'll just tell you, you don't have an answer for this. You might have one, not my answer. 4th of July fireworks show, like a big one, like one that's run by the city. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm aware.
So like a big 30-minute production of like a fireworks show on 4th of July. It's dark outside. There's a lot of commotion, a lot of loud noises. I bring a sack of flour and I do an Indiana Jones type swap of the flour with the baby. The Holy Grail type swap. Yeah. And I do a quick swap. And I take the baby away, not too far, but like close by. And my hope is they don't catch me, because they're going to be enamored by the fireworks show, that they don't even notice the baby's gone. The baby doesn't notice because it's a baby. It doesn't know it's getting kidnapped. Worst case scenario, they see me holding their baby from a distance and they go, "Why are you holding the baby?" I look like a bad guy for a second because I wanted to hold the baby. It is kidnapping still. I understand that. But I have the most pure intentions of eliminating. I would just explain to them, because I kidnapped your baby just then, there will never be another baby, human, because babies are humans, ever kidnapped ever again.
Wow.
Perfect crime, and it saves people. Better than Noah. I'm so glad I did something better than Noah.
Noah's crazy.
Yeah, Noah. Because think about all the people who book tickets on that cruise ship. Their vacation's ruined. They lost money. They probably bought plane tickets. Oh, are there people on the cruise, or I was under the impression it was just him because he had it to himself. They're all still on the dock waiting for him to come back.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So yeah, in Noah's world, he has just stolen a empty cruise ship.
Yeah,
that he's somehow going to single-handedly.
Yeah, first of all, drive. There's no way he figures out how to get that thing off the dock, and if he somehow does, he gets out into open waters. He doesn't know how to.
Yeah, bro thinks I can't land a plane. I'll tell you what, he can't. He cannot pilot a cruise ship.
Here's the thing: he can't even turn the water on for the water slide he wants to ride so bad. He wouldn't be able to figure that out. He wouldn't be able to do anything.
No, he wouldn't. He would.
He would just be on a big boat alone. The
Yeah.
one
That
advantage,
sounds sad.
yeah, the one
That
advantage he
sounds sad.
has is maritime law. He probably wouldn't get in a ton of trouble for it if he's caught on international waters. But that's all I can think about is like a win for Noah on this.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a. I mean, hey, I love the passion. But the answer, he just didn't want any trouble. That's all it was. Like,
Which is fair.
I'm fair. I'm fine to put my neck out there for the greater good. That's why I have a follow-up question to mine.
Oh no.
So if I happen to let's say the poll. How about this?
Okay.
The voters voted that I couldn't land a plane. So let's say they've manifested this,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's their fault that I unsuccessfully landed the plane. Is it now mass murder? Or
What are you saying? No, this is not the poll question. What?
No, that's what I'm saying though, because everybody said that I couldn't land a plane when I hijack it to land it successfully. When I take it over, and now the poll question says that I wouldn't land the plane, so that's what they're saying, that I would mass murder all these people, which I don't think I would. I think I would really put the bird safely on the ground, let everybody go, and give them maybe like $20 on the way out for the inconvenience.
I thought you were only attempting to hijack it.
Well,
Why are you trying to land the plane now?
Here's the thing.
What is the poll question? What are you talking about right now?
Here's the thing. Attempting is like yeah, the attempt would be it. But I'm so confident in my ability that I think I'd get it done.
Please don't land the plane. What is the poll question though?
No, I'm saying it from a few weeks ago when everybody said I couldn't land a plane. All the poll answers, they're saying I can't land a plane.
Right,
so
which
let's
is
assume
correct.
They're right.
Yeah.
So let's assume they're right.
Yeah.
Which they aren't.
They are, but yeah.
Do I then get charged with mass murder, or is it still just hijacking?
Here's the thing. I don't think you're getting charged in that situation. I think you're done too.
Sure, but what crime disappears in that scenario?
I think it's still hijacking because everyone's going to say, remember that hijacking of the plane?
Yeah, but what if they thought my intent was to murder when really I just thought I was going to land it safely? Does my intent matter or does the outcome matter?
Dude, this feels like you're digging into a deep hole that no one asked you to start digging because we let you off the hook.
I would say the opposite because planes are about 30,000 feet high and holes are in the ground.
Mostly in the ground, yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say that. But what I will say is I don't know. I think it's a good time to move on. I
think you would want to move on as well.
Well, I'm just saying I think we covered what we wanted to cover here. We didn't let it get out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily. So
yeah. This one will be up there.
Let's go. I think we got some Q&A.
Should we review Taylor Swift's album?
I think soon. Think soon.
Let's
coming. Get through the Q&As and then
it's coming.
And then we got the full track by track album review.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So hang on for that. So first Q&A. Do you want to do that one? And where can people submit Q&A questions?
Well, a plethora of places. You can go right down to Spotify. We'll say, what should we debate next? Then, you can type your question there and we'll read it here.
So true.
Or you can follow us at Until We Agree on Instagram. And usually the Thursday or Friday before an episode, we'll put a little story up that says, what should we debate? Another option, at Until We Agree on Instagram. You can just send us a message. We'll reply.
So
we'll say
true.
what's up. So go ahead and do that. All the Swifties out there.
The DMs are getting a little packed, but we'll still find you. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll find you. By the way, I think we should mention we did reach out to Taylor Swift to see if she could make it on the pod today. Yeah. All booked up, but
turns out you can't just DM her, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
So bummer, but we'll get her. Don't worry.
I think this review in a little bit will get her on our side, so we'll see.
It'll put her on the radar.
All right. First question from Brady: will Pinocchio's nose grow if he says my nose it will grow? Or I guess I think he would say my nose is about to grow.
Right. So
would it?
my heart tells me no right off the bat.
But if he says no, like if he says his nose won't grow,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't grow,
Mm-hmm.
then he's lying.
Well, I'm glad you said that. Because I think it takes us back. This is, again, I prepared some stuff for this question because I knew it was coming. I had no idea what we were going to talk about before this, but I think it actually works perfectly. We go back to a little word, 6-letter word I like to call intent.
I just said that word.
Okay. Thank you.
Like, remember last segment I said that word?
Yeah, so that's why. Yeah, so
I'm just saying, like, that's cool.
Yeah, so
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm coming back to that word intent. Pinocchio, at the end of the day, he doesn't know. Like he's learning the ropes of this growing nose thing. Yeah, he's just is he even I don't quite remember the lore.
I think he wanted to be a real boy.
He wanted to be, but he wasn't because his nose would grow wood every time he lied. But he, at the end of the day, he's still just like a boy toy, and he's still learning. No, so like a toy that like is shaped like a boy, like a wooden toy, and so he's learning the ropes of how to tell the truth, just like everyone does growing up. And I think he's putting a good faith effort in when he's saying his nose is not about to grow. So I don't think it's necessarily lying. I think he's just wrong about it, which I don't think being wrong would make your nose grow.
Right, but what we have here is a good old-fashioned paradox because, like, you can't answer the question. Like
That's awesome. If I knew what that word meant.
Paradox just means like there's no answer to the question. Like it's like
But there is an answer. The answer is no.
No, but you can't really say no because if he says no and his nose doesn't grow, that means he was telling the truth, right?
I think he's trying his best.
But no, that's what I'm saying. If Pinocchio says my nose will grow and it doesn't grow, that's what I was trying to say. And it doesn't grow, that means he's lying. So his nose should grow. But if he says my nose will grow and it does grow, then he's telling the truth, even though it only grows when he's lying. So neither of those things can happen.
I think one good call out to make is when Pinocchio does become a real boy, he is the smallest man who ever lived. Anyways.
Do you think he grows post? Does Pinocchio grow after he turns into a real boy?
Shout out to the Swifties, by the way. Yeah, I think he becomes a real boy, so he has to go through puberty and everything. Yeah.
Was that from the album "Smallest Man That Ever Lived"?
Yeah, that's a Ratty Healy reference.
Okay, gotcha. Nice.
The Swifties will get that one.
No, I got that one. So.
Oh, 5 minutes late, but yeah, you did get it. You caught it.
But no, we should go back to what were you saying? Does he grow after becoming a real boy, flesh and skin?
Yeah, because he's just a boy at that point, so he has to go through puberty still.
But how old is Pinocchio?
Like 2 weeks, I think.
2 weeks. That's an alarming.
I don't know. The book is what,
boy.
like 8 pages. I don't know how. Like it's not like a huge story. I think it happens in a short amount of time.
But you think he was built and then 2 weeks later? Like, are we counting the aging as a wood?
Why does he become a boy? What's the reason that he becomes? I know he wants to be one, but like, what actually is like the different? Like, what is like his Freaky Friday moment where he switches from a toy?
Does he ever become a boy?
Yeah, he does. He does.
Like, I'm just saying, like if I were wood, I would want to be boy too.
Yeah, I know. I can. I'm not. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. So you say that one more time.
Does he have a Freaky Friday moment? I don't know the story.
He does. He turns into a boy at some point because he gets shinier, I think. Which I know doesn't like necessarily like equate to turning into a real boy.
Are you making stuff up?
No, I'm being serious. I think he becomes he turns
gets
into a real
boy and becomes a boy.
Like he like becomes smoother because like wood isn't necessarily like the most smooth object, and so I think the way they personify that is by kind of like when he turns into a boy, kind of making him like like an evanescent glow.
Oh, he has like a nice finish to him.
Yeah, which is weird because you would think if he was wood, he would be given like a natural polish finish. But no, I think I think they indicate he's a boy by the shininess of his skin. but he does something. It's not like True Love's kiss. He does something. He probably tells the truth in some way, but I don't exactly remember what he does. So
is Pinocchio's not like a pathological liar though?
I think is he not?
Does he have a lying problem?
Maybe that's what it. Maybe he's never told the truth before.
But then his nose would be like 15 miles long.
Well, I think he sands it.
Also, I think we should
because he's just made out of
that
wood.
Pinocchio doesn't really make sense because
So true.
matter can neither be created nor destroyed.
That does go back to a
and so how are we just creating wood nose?
It
How
can
does wood nose just keep coming?
It can be sent to space. Don't forget that. Matter can be sent to space, which makes Earth lighter than it is.
In the case of Pinocchio's nose, like he's not like you can't just like conjure up more wood and then push it out your face.
Bro, but here's the thing, bro. Think about your own life. Because you're 5'6" now, but you were at one point you were like 3'4" when you were a child.
Misinformation.
You had to grow to that 5'6" height.
I was probably 3'4" at one point. I think we all were, but
you're not 5. You're 5'5". You've never been 5'6".
I'm 5'11", 6 foot on a good day, and much faster than you. So
slower, shorter, less athletic, less talented.
No, well. I mean,
you're winning the poll of who likes to be stinky, or me or you, and you're winning the stinky poll.
What's the poll going to be this week? Because I'm excited to get another dub.
It feels like it should be.
Are we going to have to rig it like that one week for you to win?
Well, they're never rigged. You just didn't make a good argument about being able to land a plane. I don't know what your problem is.
Yeah, whatever. It's okay. What's it going to be?
I can't believe we're still crying about this poll 3 weeks later. Yeah, we. What do you mean?
All you do is cry.
No, I haven't cried in days, if not weeks. Seriously.
You didn't cry listening to the new Taylor Swift album?
No, because I was just so distraught by Maddie Healy's impact on her life. You know, it wasn't like a cry kind of album. It was kind of like Maddie, what are you doing?
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Okay, so let's.
What are you doing to our girl Taylor? Yeah. So shout out to the Swifties, by the way. I think could this be it? Well, this isn't really one. I guess you don't really have like a stance on this one. So
yeah, I mean, it would just be paradox or no.
We might just. I don't know if we'll have to find one. Maybe we'll just click whatever the story poll is going to be. Click on the Spotify episode, scroll down, and you'll see a poll and pick a side.
Let's just do another who won this episode.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Let's just do another who won this episode.
Yep, who won this episode?
Between us.
Who picked the better crime? Who had a better sense of Pinocchio?
Got divorced.
And we do have one more question. Yeah, pretend your parents got divorced. We do have one more Q&A question that we maybe want to jump into before we let round out the episode. So Asher asked, should you always stop at stop signs even if it's late at night and nobody is around? What's your take on that?
So I'm a man of the law, especially after I got my speeding ticket. I can't be caught doing anything.
That's a paradox. I think what you just said is a paradox.
Nope. I can't be caught doing anything funny for the next 45 days.
Well,
I can get this ticket to go away.
I have great news.
So,
you're doing
even outside of that.
You're doing nothing funny tonight. So you're doing great work.
Okay. All right. Well, here's the deal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the type to just run a stop sign. In the long run, that's gonna save me 30 seconds. And there could be 5-6 children with no, lights on or nothing reflective on just in that crosswalk. So why would I do that?
I mean, you can still use your eyes.
No, sure, but what if they're all wearing very dark clothing?
Like an invisibility cloak?
Yeah, if I think either way you'd have, if they were wearing
issues
invisibility cloak, you'd have issues either way. You'd probably run over them either way.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's an okay argument. I just don't think it's super relevant to the problem. My thought, where my brain went when I heard this question was the old wives' tale. If a tree falls in the forest and nobody's around, does it make a sound? So I think that's kind of what you have to assess for your own life.
And the answer is obviously yes, it still makes a sound, and yes, you still stop at stop signs.
No, but what if no, because if the tree is at a stop sign, it doesn't move at all. So what you need to think is, why are we worried about the trees and why are we worried about the stop sign?
But what if a tree falls on a stop sign, then now the stop sign is gone, and there's multiple car pileups because a stop sign fell.
That's a great point. I think it's a fairly different question.
These are the things you don't think about that I think about. That's why we bring each other together, because your mind couldn't comprehend the situation that I just laid out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on you, but that's why I brought it up.
Well, I like to live in a world where our government would replace a stop sign in an appropriate amount of time. But late at night.
This is mere minutes after the sign fell.
Okay, well, if it's late at night and nobody's around.
It's no. This situation, it's daylight and it's 5 p.m. on the interstate, and there's a stop sign on the interstate. I think I would especially choose to ignore a stop sign on the interstate, because I feel like that was, if nothing, a practical joke. Maybe a senior prank. A senior prank?
Yeah.
Cool high school. Yeah. No, but in this situation, I think there's cross traffic, so you're really playing risky.
On the interstate?
Yeah. That's why they have a stop sign there.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, I think it would just be wise to maybe practice safe defensive driving no matter where you're at. The stop sign doesn't remind me to drive safely. Aren't you the one? You're literally wanted in the state of Texas for reckless driving.
Bro, we've been over this. As long as I don't do anything silly, that's what the ticket says.
And you don't
do anything silly.
Yeah.
For the next, I've lost count because I'm such a good driver.
Mm-hmm.
However many days, it goes away. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then it's like it never happened.
Sure.
Everybody knows that.
But right now, it's still something that's pending in your life, for reckless driving.
Whatever, dude.
So
whatever.
This argument doesn't really make sense for you as a person, just because right now you're the tree in the forest who is
Have you
has
ever
a
seen the
pending
movie Baby Driver?
No, I haven't.
You're Baby Driver.
Okay, what does that mean?
It's a double meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Because one, you're a baby who drives, and two, the person who played Baby Driver, I'm pretty sure is a bad person, and so are you.
No, because I think we've learned, if anything, I'm making the biggest impact on the world in this episode, and that's why the Swifties, shout out, my favorite Taylor Swift song is Exile featuring Bon Iver. By the way, thanks Swifties. Be sure to vote down below on who you think won this episode. That's why they're going to agree with me, because I'm making an impact on the world, just like our queen Taylor Swift does.
I probably showed you that song.
No, I've actually heard of Taylor Swift before we were friends.
No, I know, but I probably showed you that song because that album didn't come out until after we were friends. So, yeah,
it's a very small window when we were friends. So I don't know if we can confirm that.
Can I tell people my favorite song?
Yeah, please go ahead.
I think I'm really into Cruel Summer. I know that's like a lame answer because it's like really popular right now, but the bridge does just go crazy.
How does the bridge go? That's not the bridge.
Yeah, it is.
No, isn't it? I'm drunk in the back of a car and I cry like a baby going home from the bar.
That's the part of the bridge.
That's the bridge.
No, that's the first part of the bridge. But then the end, the way the bridge ends is what I said, which is the best part.
That's like I guess that's fine. Since we're on Taylor Swift, I don't really know what we even said for the stop sign question. While we're on Taylor Swift, why don't we jump into?
Wait, I have a quick thing about.
Oh, please.
The stop sign.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift doesn't have to worry about stop signs because she is rampant in private jet usage. But that's another topic for another day.
Yeah, and
Our
you're
queen
not
can
her.
Travel however she wants.
You're not her pilot. You're not her pilot. I wonder if Bjorn could work his way up that high. Yeah, but yeah, Taylor Swift, no on stop signs. Matt, no on stop signs. Tyler, one in the state of Texas for driving poorly.
Well, no. No.
So, I think that brings us to the big climax of the episode. What are we thinking? Double
Taylor
album
Swift
from our
review. Queen
Taylor Swift, a
What's
lyrical
the album
genius.
name? Quick.
The Tortured Poets Department.
Oh man, you almost got exposed just then.
No, I know.
Yeah, right. You almost got exposed.
I know it. I knew it. You don't see like the whole name written out very often. You just see TTPD written out, and so I wasn't.
Yeah, that is true. I'll give you that. So what's your what's your favorite? Let's real quick favorite song, and then we'll give the full in-depth review.
Yeah, so I really liked well, I think I said earlier, The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, I thought was fun. Because it's just like there's so many meanings behind it, you know? It's like Matty Healy, you're so small, like in so many ways, like physically and like emotionally. So
Is he physically small?
yeah, I think he's like around your height, like 5'4" or something, I think.
We're spreading misinformation into the world, and I don't appreciate that.
Smallest man who ever lived, so I don't know what to tell you. What about you?
I don't know. I liked a few of them, but Daddy I Love Him was funny because the whole like it was like to the audience breaking the fourth wall.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
So
overall,
now,
what are your thoughts?
it was pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.